Hi everyone, welcome to My English. I'm Hira and today we will be covering multiple choice questions in listening. So, multiple choice questions are often regarded as the toughest among the different IELTS listening question types, and this lesson explains how to effectively answer MCQs or multiple choice questions in IELTS listening test. So let's take a look at what kind of multiple choice questions we have. Basically, they are divided into two categories. They can be multiple choice with single answer and multiple choice with multiple answer. There will be a statement with 3 to 4 options given to you. These are comparatively easier as the choices are short and you do get enough time to study the questions. And these kind of questions usually appear in the initial audios because they are quite simple. Then you have sentence completion questions as well. So even in completion type questions, there are some multiple choices given to you. So what you have to do is there is a sentence and number of choices are provided to you and you will have to study the question as fast as you can because the options are usually lengthier. Then you may have multiple choice with pictures as well. And when you have multiple answers, you are asked to select more answer from the many options given to you. Now, why are they difficult? They are difficult because all the given options are spoken. So this makes the choosing of the correct answer difficult. Then the given options and information about them are often similar, make it hard to find the differences. And mostly the options are not necessarily be in order, so you may get confused while referring to the options because they are listed out randomly. And always a problem to do with paraphrasing. So synonyms and paraphrases are commonly used in the audio, which leaves you confused. But that doesn't mean that you'll not be able to solve them. Let's understand the strategy that you would use to solve them effectively. Now here's the trick. You have some time off from your previous answers, right? So don't use that time to check the previous answers. Instead, use that time to look at the multiple choice questions and their options. Okay. Next, you should read the instructions and questions carefully. You should read the keywords, underline the keywords carefully that are given in the questions. Try to predict what you might hear. For example, the WH questions may help you. Listen for the keywords, meanings, the synonyms, the paraphrasing of it. And even if you think you have found the answer, keep listening for the other options to be mentioned, just to be sure. So it is important that you listen to the whole context because there are distractors and distractors like but, however. So be careful when they say but or however, as they might be nullifying an option which seemed to be the answer previously. And of course, don't rely too much on these keywords. They are important, but they may be misleading at times. Try paying attention to the entire sentence instead. Please do not spend too much time on one question. If you're confused, make a guess and move on. If you miss the answer, it is all right. Just mark it and move on because more questions require your attention, right? So concentrate till the end of the session. Don't get disappointed if you've missed out on one. Alright, now let's solve an MCQ based question. Keep a pen and a paper handy. For today's MCQ exercise, I've taken Academic 16 book, test number 2. So first of all, let's just read the options. Luke read that one reason why we forget dreams is that. One reason why we forget the dreams. So why we forget the dreams? What do Luke and Susie agree about dreams predicting the future? Susie says that a study on preschool children having a short nap in a day. In their last assignment, both students had problems with. So use this time to read the questions properly.
Now listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 24.
So, Luke, for our next psychology assignment, we have to do something on sleep and dreams.
Right. I've just read an article suggesting why we tend to forget most of our dreams soon after we wake up. I mean, most of my dreams aren't that interesting anyway. But what it said was that if we remembered everything, We might get mixed up about what actually happened and what we dreamed. So it's a sort of protection. I hadn't heard that idea before. I'd always assumed that it was just that we didn't have room in our memories for all that stuff.
Me too. What do you think about the idea that our dreams may predict the future?
It's a belief that you get all over the world.
Yeah, lots of people have a story of it happening to them. But the explanation I've read is that for each dream that comes true, we have thousands that don't, but we don't notice those. We don't even remember them. We just remember the ones where something in the real world, like a view or an action, happens to trigger a dream memory.
Right. So it's just a coincidence, really. Something else I read about is what they call segmented sleeping. That's a theory that hundreds of years ago, people used to get up in the middle of the night and have a chat or something to eat, then go back to bed. So I tried it myself.
Why?
Well, it's meant to make you more creative. I don't know why, but I gave it up after a week. It just didn't fit in with my lifestyle.
But most preschool children have a short sleep in the day, don't they? There was an experiment some students did here last term to see at what age kids should stop having naps, but they didn't really find an answer. They spent a lot of time working out the most appropriate methodology, but the results didn't seem to show any obvious patterns.
Right. Anyway, let's think about our assignment. Last time I had problems with the final stage, where we had to describe and justify how successful we thought we'd been. I struggled a bit with the action plan too.
I was okay with the planning, but I got marked down for the self-assessment as well. And I had big problems with the statistical stuff. That's where I really lost marks.
Right.
Okay, so the correct answers for 21st, it is B. For 22nd, it is A. For 23rd, it is C, and 24th is also C. So I hope that has helped you. Now I'm going to cover the next question type in the next video. Please stay tuned and stay safe. Bye.